Tales from the Milkwood Lounge presents Torrential Trauma, a GURPS horror actual play podcast, starring Ethan as a professional gambler, Carlo Grimaldi.
Look, hey, I'll tell you what, Peaches, something like this would take time. And this doesn't look like any sort of gator thing. This is something else.
Eric as Baltimore police detective, Sam Winters.
Nobody leaves this room. Do you understand that?
Josh as Wandering Holy Man, Adam Roman.
This is what the darkness looks like. This is what it does to our humanity.
Gabriel as U.S. Army helicopter mechanic, Sergeant Peaches.
I believe him. As crazy as that sounds, I believe him.
And lastly, me, your host and GM, Brett Calhoun. Please note that this podcast will contain mature themes and language, which may not be suitable for a younger audience. Enjoy. And you guys enter into the waiting room, and you're met with great jubilation by some of the other people there. Jim walks up and he says, "Well, all right, y'all made it, I see."
Yeah. Jim, did anything happen while we were gone?
Well, yeah, we thought that you guys were in one hell of a pickle.
Anybody enter or exit the waiting area, Jim?
Oh, yeah. That Dr. Patel fellow came back. He said you guys needed some help.
Where
Where's
is he
Dr.
now?
I assumed he was with you. Him and Tom McGregor went and looking for you.
I think we saw Patel at the
Wait, why
front.
would they go looking for us?
They said that you guys were in some serious trouble and he needed an extra pair of hands.
Who's McGregor?
That was that glasses dorky-looking fella that was standing over by the waiting area with Denise Talbot.
And you saw them leave in the direction of the umbilical?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't leave this waiting room, but they definitely headed off in down the hallway. And
Anybody else leave this room?
no, not that I can say. I think they conversed a little bit with Dr. Blum, but that was about it.
Nobody
Where's
leaves this room. Do you understand that?
Who gets off? Why are you saying this, man? This scrawny kid says. What's the problem?
Can you roll bad temper for me, Brent?
Yes, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
You succeed on the nose.
Okay, very good.
Hold on. Carlo will grab Sam's arm.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. He's not worth the bullet.
Jesus.
Now is not the time for those sorts of questions, okay? Something very strange is going on right now.
Peaches, we have another missing person.
Yeah, we do. The one that went with Dr. Patel.
As far as I'm concerned, Dr. Patel is shoot on sight. Is there any disagreement?
Wait,
No,
whoa. What's going
No,
on?
sir.
Jim says. Why are we shooting?
Nobody leaves this room.
Detective
Uh-oh.
Carlo and Peaches. I think we need to have a conversation next door.
I think we deserve some answers, Denise says fearfully.
I hate to be agreeing with the crazy guy, but I think he's absolutely right. We need to have a meeting.
Brett, you want to roll stubbornness for me?
Yeah. No, that's not good. You have failed that roll.
Nobody leaves. No further explanation provided. Adam, we can have a meeting in the hallway that we just came through.
That works.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
mean that would be fine too. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
wherever.
And by the way, Detective Winters is gesturing at the people in this room with his gun when he's
Oh, yeah.
making these points.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. I'm on that level. I'm
yeah,
trying.
no, we're all on that level.
Yeah, they all back up then. All right. Calm yourself there, detective. I'll stay right here. Jim says.
Winters and I presume others as well will backtrack in the direction of the umbilical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed.
So I believe that I owe you gentlemen an explanation, if that's okay.
If you're capable of giving one, I'm mighty interested to hear what you have to say.
If anybody's got answers, let's hear them now.
But if you know why these bodies are skinned and you wait until now to tell us.
I do not know why the bodies are skinned. I do know what's happening here. I fight monsters. And in this world, monsters are out there. And I'm very sorry. But tonight you're all fighting monsters too. And I throw my duffel bag on the ground in front of me and do an unzip of the duffel bag that I've been carrying around.
Okay. I thought he was unzipping his pants. I was just like, this isn't the time.
You're gonna fight. You're gonna fight
If you
this
want to
monster.
see a monster.
And so I reach into my bag and I pull out a book, like a book that's got a sort of heavily leathered front cover. It's kind of layered and textured. And I flip the book open and I start to kind of read through the last couple of days. And they talk about Talasi. They talk about skinned corpses. It talks about rising seas, but in a more poetic way than I'm kind of putting it forward to you all right now. And Adam says, I do not know why I have this. All I know is that this is my handwriting. And I ask this what I need to ask it, and it gives me an answer. And so I'm going to tell you what is the question that I ask this, and it will give us the answer that we're looking for. And then we use that to fight this monster.
May I see that book?
I hand it over.
I will read what he supposedly just read out loud to us. Does it line up? Is this what he read?
So there's countless questions and ramblings in here and stuff.
Yeah, but the stuff about I mean like the stuff about the skinned bodies. Is that in here?
I was just speaking to because there's several pages.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see any mention of skinned bodies. However, you do see mentions of waters rising, of something about the other worlds, the great colossi. It all sounds like crazy person talk, but some of it seems to be, some of it is him telling the truth, maybe.
Detective,
It's sort of in here. It's sort of not.
I believe him. As crazy as that sounds, I believe him.
All right, hold on. What if, look, something's not making any sense to me. Dr. Patel came in here, but we saw him get grabbed.
Yeah.
What if something is wearing Dr. Patel's skin?
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's what I'm saying right now. I'm saying it.
I'm concurring with you saying those
now
words.
We're talking.
Well, now I'm talking.
All right.
Adam, what are you saying? You're saying we can ask a question of this thing?
Yes.
And we'll get an answer?
Yes.
Well then, how do we beat them?
How do we beat the monsters?
What's their weakness? Everything's got a weakness.
Silver bullets. What's it? Silver bullet.
Yeah, maybe a tire iron or something.
Bullet.
That would be convenient. I have one of those.
The answer's between the three of you. The answer's there. Just find that question. What is it?
Do we ask it the question? Do you want us to hold hands and ask it together?
Or is it maybe some sort of mixed race thing?
It's always race with you.
You find it, and I'll ask it. Just give it. We're very, very close.
I think it's simple. It's how do we beat this monster?
Yeah.
It's
Come
fine
on.
by me. Yeah.
Come on,
So,
everybody hold hands. Everybody hold hands.
I can't hold hands because one of my hands is holding a book and the other is holding a pen. But I'm happy.
I mean,
for
the rest of us.
to
We're
hold.
gonna hold hands, bro. This is happening.
So
Nice,
get your
nice.
hands off of me, Peaches.
Nice. And I write exactly that. How do we defeat this monster?
Oh, so here's the thing: you don't actually write it; you just speak.
Oh, sick. Then that's what I did. I speak. How do we defeat this monster?
So, the rest of you guys, maybe you're on the fence about him being crazy, maybe not. The pages seem to flip and turn, seemingly of their own accord. Maybe it's a fancy trick that he's pulled before or something like that. You're not sure. However, suddenly, the book shaking and turning and stuff comes to a stop, and a blank page shows for a while. And just for a brief moment, you guys, like Carlo is probably just about to say, "This is fucking dumb," and suddenly, as though someone else were writing it, a single word appears on the center of the page. Cold.
Yeah. I'll proper it to them like I've found God, like Moses has come down from the mountain and pronounced, and I'll say, "Cold, gentlemen, cold."
Yeah, I don't.
And anybody
like
got
what?
a dry cigarette?
I'll give you a cigarette.
All right,
I'll light one with you.
Is it dry?
What is going on out here?
It's
Dr.
mostly
Blum says, as he's emerged, hearing Roman shouting proclamations right outside the office. It's you guys. We need those medical materials immediately. You guys.
Doc,
got
I need you to leave right now.
We need those medical supplies now. I need to be able to treat my patient.
Doc, we need to finish our conversation here. Then you'll get the medical supplies.
Actually, no.
What-
Hold on.
What is happening right now? What is this? And
Hey! Hold on.
a very angry-looking small man emerges with crazy hair.
We're just. Hey, I got a question. Quick, Dr. Patel.
Yes. What
Do you
about
happen
it?
to know where he lives offhand?
In this town?
Right. Do you have an address?
Not off the top of my head. Do you have the medical supplies that we needed?
I'll bring him in.
No, we're going to take care of the patient. No, we don't want anyone else in.
I don't think you heard what I said.
And I
I'll
don't think
bring
you
him
heard
in.
what I said. This is my hospital. I don't know who you are, but
Do you want to roll temper for me?
yeah, absolutely. Success.
Very good. In which case, Sam will just raise his gun, but not do anything else crazy with it, and say, "I'll drop the supplies off in the room, or maybe you don't want them at all."
Give me an intimidation +3. He raises his hands. Fine, okay. Keep yourself calm, you madman. And he
I will not even respond to that.
and he goes back inside, and Dr. Blum, also keeping his hands raised up, also enters.
So they're waiting for us to enter and drop the supplies off.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Winners will enter the room. I
We're all
assume
together.
everyone else is going to, but I
Yep.
won't speak for everyone.
And I'm going to continue asking these doctors, even though they might be distracted. Tell me something about Dr. Patel. Some facts about him.
He's originally from Indiana. He studied in up at University of Pennsylvania. I can't really think of anything else right now.
I understand. You have a
I
lot on your
wasn't
plate.
I wasn't friends with him. I'm trying to treat this man. And sure enough, he
I
gestures
assure
towards
you.
a large fat guy who's on a emergency room table.
I assure you, these questions they're important, but you've been helpful.
Winters will drop off the equipment on a table. This guy they're operating on, anything notable about him?
Let's see.
Do you have all of his skin?
He does have all of his skin.
Does he have a whole bunch of extra skin?
No. Well, he is rather large. But
No, but he doesn't have. Does he have like 4 corpses worth of extra skin?
No, he does not have 4 corpses worth of extra skin.
All right, good. Good.
So all you know is that there's a name on the chart that says Jeb Paulson.
All right. Well, I'll
What does
make that
He's
what remind
intubated.
me what the name of the empty body bag was in the cold storage?
That was Emily Benson.
Emily Benson. Who is that?
I have no idea. Dr. Strong says.
Okay. One last question. When's the last time either one of the two of you were in cold storage?
Well, I believe we had I think Dr. Patel was the one who was responsible for moving a lot of that materials. That's why we sent him to go get those medical supplies and take care of everything. He typically oversees the ER.
Other than Dr. Patel, who might have been the last one in there who has the code?
Well, that could be any of us, Dr. Blum says. Cold storage is frequently used. Cadavers are kept there, as well as anything else that needs to be properly maintained. It's not a permanent place of keeping things for the most part.
But doctors only can access that.
Correct. Yes, we've had some issues before where supplies went missing. Some EMTs, they unfortunately don't get paid much. So we once caught one who was stealing, and that was part of what caused it.
So let's say since yesterday morning, someone has accessed cold storage. It wasn't Dr. Patel. Who was it? Is he here now?
As of yesterday, no. Dr. Patel was the one responsible for moving materials, and then he was dispatched to handle the bodies that were being brought in by the ER. And Dr. Tobias, or Dr. Strong, he looks around and he says, yeah, it was on the radio. They were bringing 2 bodies in, and we need to make sure that they were properly cared for. We didn't want them to be taking any adverse effects from exposure. So I instructed Dr. Patel to store the bodies in cold storage, so that way when we would come back from the evacuation for recovery, the bodies wouldn't be moldering corpses or chewed up by alligators or defiled.
Anybody with him who wouldn't have normally been in there?
Well, the EMTs can go in there with supervision from a doctor. So I would imagine that the personnel that we had assigned, which would just be the 2 EMTs that we have right now for the past 24 hours, they would have been the ones to do it. All the other ones were released for evacuation.
Okay. There's been a murder in the cold storage.
A murder, Dr. Blum says.
It was sealed up.
I don't know how they would get out then.
Well, that's what I'm looking into. Why don't you all just sit tight here? Seems like you got your hands full anyways.
We'll need those medical supplies, Dr. Strong says. Although
They're
he
all
eyes
yours.
your gun as he says that.
They're all yours, and Winters will turn to leave with the medical supplies having been left behind.
Okay. And as you do that, you'll hear from the waiting room, "Hey, where y'all going? Hey, get back here!" And Peaches and Adam, you guys will see the two black men are leaving.
Yeah, I'll follow up to the front door to see where they're going. I'll run quite quickly to see what they're about.
I'm gonna stay here.
They run off and go off to down the ramp, and yeah, if you don't pursue them, they will vanish.
I'll absolutely, at the very least, do a call out to them to bless them with heroism on their journey. At the very least, I'll throw out a leadership call for them if that's okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a roll.
Cool. Thank you. Give me 1 second. Success with 1 + 1.
All right. So you chase after them with blessings. And as you kind of do, like I would say, like you round the corner to see them off, you see that they don't turn around on the ramp. Instead, they actually hop the railing into the marsh, and they begin making their way like through the muck and stuff. However, with a successful perception check, you see one of the men has a submachine pistol in his hand.
Yeah. All right.
And they just go off into the darkness.
Well, I don't intend to stay out a very long time, so I run back into the entrance.
Okay.
I assume he returns
Yes.
Yeah.
haste.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. As soon as I get back to the rest of you, I'm like, hey, they ran outside, they hopped the fence. One of them was armed with like a Tech 9, I don't know, and they ran into the swamp. What the fuck was that?
Well, that's suspicious. Maybe.
I think we got to focus on finding Dr. Patel.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
we saw Dr. Patel when we walked through the umbilical.
We didn't
Yeah.
find him again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, where do we start looking? Do we go back?
Yeah, we go back.
I think we just go room by room.
And we have to bring him to us.
Adam, you hear a noise somewhat close by. In fact, on the opposite side of the hospital, the sound of flesh pressed up against metal, that squeaking noise again, and the occasional bang.
I start sprinting towards it, and I say, "With me," and I start running.
Okay.
Guns out. I'm going with you, big guy. Let's fucking go.
All right.
I'll follow. Yeah.
Okay. You will hear you'll hear the door behind you get slammed closed and locked when you do so. I guess all of you guys are booking it to the other side of the building.
We gotta find that squeaky noise.
Correct.
Roll noise, yeah.
Okay. So you guys get to around here, where Adam, you're listening as best you can, trying to tell. It's difficult because the voices are telling you all sorts of stuff. Like one's telling you to go straight, another one's telling you to go backwards, and then suddenly an ear-splitting scream erupts from the waiting room, the place you guys essentially just left.
All right, I think we run in that direction.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I guess so.
Damn it, we went the wrong way.
And as you guys return back to the waiting room, you're met with the sight of both Jim and Denise in just wide-eyed terror, looking in the direction of the nurse's desk.
Yeah.
What do we see?
You guys look and you see a tendril wrapped around the nurse's throat, and she is essentially, well, actually, you don't even see that because half of her body is inside the ventilation duct, and she's being dragged up into it.
I'm gonna immediately go run to grab her foot and pull her back down.
Well,
Okay.
I'm running with him.
All right, I need immediate strength rolls from both of you guys. Actually, I'm going to first need dex checks to see if you guys can get your hands on her legs as she's kicking aggressively.
Oh, wait. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you guys did do dex checks, okay. So, Adam, get your hands on them.
I'm gonna use both of my lounge tokens to succeed.
Okay. You fail, Eric.
I fail what?
You're over the edge. Adam and Peaches, you guys have your hands on her legs, and you're trying to pull. I now need strength rolls from you guys.
We're about to break the vent. Jesus. Come on, Adam. Get your shit together.
Actually, fuck it. Can I look that roll? Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like
Yeah, you have luck for sure.
Great.
Yes.
One more time. That's a success by 0. I'll take that success by 0.
Hell yeah.
All right. Despite your successes, both joint successes, it's as though you guys didn't even try. She is just ripped out of your hands. Like literally, one of you like gets lifted off the ground. Like I want to say it's Adam, who's like gripping onto her like her ankle, and you get picked up by whatever this thing is by way of her, and she is sucked into the vent. This has been Tales from the Milkwood Lounge, a GURPS Horror actual play podcast, created and developed by me, your host, Brett Calhoun. Please remember to like and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and look forward to seeing you again soon.